audio Belle, and I am here with Frank. He's 19 years old, and he has a lot of aspirations and dreams. So, you're 19 years old, you're really young, and you're at this event. What do you want to do? What do you want to do in high-end audio?
I want to get into writing for a magazine. I just like writing, and it's a great thing. I like writing and I like audio, so why not combine this?
So there's a lot of audio reviewers out there that review equipment and music. What would set you apart from them that you could bring to the table? Hi everyone, this is Cynthia the Audio Belle, and I am here with Frank. I just met Frank outside here at the Gaylord Rockies at Rocky Mountain Audio Fest. He's 19 years old, and he has a lot of aspirations and dreams, and I just want to talk a little bit about that, and I want to ask him some questions. So, you're an audiophile.
Yes.
When did you become an audiophile?
Well, sort of strange actually. I was browsing YouTube one day, and in my recommended I saw this video of these avant-garde horn speakers. I clicked on it, I was like, what is this? So I looked more into it, and that's where it all started.
So when you heard them for the first time, what was it like?
Well, I obviously heard them from my headphones on my computer, and I just was like, I didn't even know this existed. So I'm already a music lover, and since I was like 4 years old. And I was like, wow, is there really a next level of enjoying music that, I or anyone else my age have never heard of? So, like I said, looked more into it, so I get more involved, and things got built up and up and up. Started with a small home theater level system with like a Sony receiver and some like Polk audio home theater speakers. And then as I got more and more into it, I started having Martin Logan's, got the Air Power and Air preamp, and so that's where I'm at now.
So when you heard that video, you decided to get your own system, and then at that point, that's when you started going that direction.
Yeah, I got hooked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what hooked you.
Yeah. So for younger people, it's great to start them out on a lower budget system because, young people like me don't have that much money. So it's great to find something budget, maybe on the headphone side. And then as you get older, as you start to make more money, you can move up into the higher end systems.
So did you earn your money to buy that system?
Yeah. All this inspires me to work harder to be able to afford the gear that I want.
Yeah, so it's like a bug. You just want to keep upgrading, right? Yeah. So you're 19 years old. You're really young, and you're at this event. What do you want to do? What do you want to do in high-end audio?
I want to get into writing for a magazine. I've wrote reviews on my own equipment and some music reviews and whatnot, and I just enjoy it, and I want to get paid for it. So
what would set you apart from other writers in the audio community?
Well, obviously I'm younger take, and younger ears, and it's just all about the different perspective, as well as the unique content that you provide or can provide. So what type of unique content would that be? Well, great unique content would be like YouTube videos. I feel like YouTube videos are great for the younger audience. That's obviously how I've gotten in. I'm a big fan of Steve Guttenberg, Michael Fremer, and all those YouTubers. But as far as unique content for writing, I think it's all about what would you do? It's all about your approach and how you want to describe what you're hearing to the viewer. Because you have to remember, the reader is a consumer. So, and they're spending a lot of money on this equipment. So you have to tell them what you hear and how it makes you feel. Because you can sit there all day and listen, and if it doesn't make you, it doesn't move you, it doesn't affect you emotionally, why should you spend all that money on the
So you want to portray the emotional aspect of the music through your writing?
I mean, I want to do the best I can overall to be a great writer. And I'm sure as I write more and more and as I study other writers, I can kind of pick up on, what works, what doesn't work, what people want to hear, what people don't want to hear.
So have you any background, or what have you done so far in writing, as far as whether it was in school or whether maybe you wrote for somebody in the past?
Everyone writes in school a lot. So, but I've written by myself. I've written my own. I tried my hand at writing like a fictional story. I just like writing, and it's a great thing. I like writing and I like audio, so why not combine
The two loves. Yeah. So you're more focused on, you want to do music reviews. So, I mean, I guess, there's different aspects to writing. You could do music reviews. There's also the people aspect, like what I'm doing, videos on people and stories behind them. So there's the human interest story. And then there's also the combination of the two. Some people do both. So what are you wanting to do? Strictly music reviews, or do you want to do human interest, or both?
Probably music and equipment reviews. That's where I feel like I focus best on. I could sit in my room and listen for 8 hours. That's happened before. So it's that type of passion and love that I have for music and for the equipment that brings that music to that level.
So there's a lot of audio reviewers out there that review equipment and music. What would set you apart from them that you could bring to the table?
Well, you see, most of the reviewers from Stereophile. I know there's one younger writer in Absolute Sound, but Stereophile, it's all, no offense to, or like all the, I love them, great guys, but a little bit on the older side. So I would like to talk and review systems that are more approachable for a younger person like me to be able to get into. I would like to. I brought all my equipment used, and there's a certain way to be able to find the great equipment used, get those good deals.
Yeah.
So I'd like to be able to share my knowledge on how to, find really great used equipment, for cheap. Because a new air amplifier can cost like $8,000, but if you search around used, you can get it for a lot cheaper, and that's a lot better for me, because I can't spend $10,000 on an amplifier right now. But
a cool segment.
Yeah.
Finding used gear and reporting on it. I mean, obviously, it's not going to make money for the manufacturers if you're buying used stuff, unless you're buying it from them.
Well, it can, because say like with me with Air, I bought their V5XE amplifier and their K5X EMP preamplifier new. I mean, not new, sorry, used. But I love it so much that I am hooked on Air. I like the warm sound, how they, woken the bass in my Martin Logans, and I want to work up towards their monoblocks.
So it's given you an aspiration to work towards.
Yeah.
So you have that company's component, and now you actually want to invest in something to upgrade from that particular company.
Yes. Yeah.
I like that.
So it's like a dream car. You can start up with like say a entry level, like an older Camaro, right? Used. You get that experience, and you're like, oh, I want, this expensive Corvette, or you want to move up. So that's like me. Get a taste of, you get a taste of it, and then you start dreaming, and then you start working harder to, reach your dream equipment, dream speakers.
Yeah, I can see that, and I think that would be a really good value add to a magazine, being that what young people are actually reading those. They're pages of articles, a lot of them technical and really verbose, but if it's something that someone can afford and get into, maybe entry level or like you said, used equipment, then that could be your stick if you were a writer. So I see that at these events, there's a lot of people my parents' age or my grandparents' age.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
It's, from a young person's standpoint, it's hard to relate. So that's what I want to do. I want to be a relatable writer to the younger crowd. I mean, I'm not talking like younger, like 20 and under, because I can obviously do that, but even like 40 and under, because 40 and under, it's kind of hard for them even to relate to some of the older writers. So I really would like to do that.
And you got your friends into high-end audio. You showed me a picture of all of your friends who are also 19 at your house listening to your Martin Logans.
Yeah, so every couple months I invite around 10 to 20 people over to my house, and I show them what high-end audio is and what it does. And amazing responses from my friends that couldn't even imagine that this was possible.
And have you made any converts as far as, are they going and looking and possibly getting their own system or aspiring towards it?
Yes, there's a lot that I've helped scour for used equipment. There's a friend who is like, oh, can you get me something that sounds good under 500?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can get you something that will sound the best for under 500.
So you put together systems for them?
Yes. Under 500 is hard, so we usually go out to estate sales, garage sales, scouring Craigslist.
Yeah.
And you could be surprised on some high-end equipment that you can find for pretty cheap. So I've gotten some of them hooked on that, and now they're also hooked. They want to work up to some of the real high-end stuff.